Hey my Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm here with a cooking video, and what this is going to be called is going to be called Jason Callan's Unstuffed Cabbage Rolls. Now what happened was my sister was kind enough to send me a recipe for this either last Monday or Tuesday. I was like, well, I have to wait till I go grocery shopping on Friday, you know, my work schedule and stuff like that. And it's kind of like you know, cabbage rolls, but cooked freestyle without containing them in the roll and stuff like that. And it's made like a skillet meal. Now I have a big stainless steel skillet, but it's not non-stick. If I want to do that, I want to make sure nothing burns on it. So what I'm going to use, this pot, non-stick pot that I usually cook pasta in. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to make some alterations and changes and make it into like my own dish. Well, basically follow the formula, but add a few different things. Cause I was telling my one friend about it, and she was saying like, well, what about rice? I said, that's right. There's no rice in this dish. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my old standby. I like boiling the bag rice, and this is instant brown rice from Great Value. So I'll use one bag like that, you know, and put it on the plate. Well, put some on the plate, not the whole thing. I'll definitely have leftovers for this. Because I'm going to make it exactly the way it's said in the recipe. I'll definitely have leftovers for a few days at least. You know, put like a portion of that on the plate and then pour the other stuff on top. So, that. And then the ingredients. And it says on the recipe, it says, where's it at? Okay, it says, great recipe to increase your energy levels. Healthy too. Unstuffed cabbage rolls. My sister said this is like a 7 on Weight Watchers or something like that. And like I said, I'm going to use a traditional recipe. I'm going to have lots of leftovers for this. And it says use 1.5 to 2 pounds lean ground beef. I've got 2 pounds right here. From Surefine, it was $3.49 a pound. You got the hamburger right there, lean ground beef. And then it says you need a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. I got that. I love olive oil. Probably even more than Popeye does. But it's extra virgin olive oil. You can never have great seasoning too. Got that. You need that. You need 1 large onion chopped. Now what happened was I was at Surefine, I shop local, and I got a sale, so I might have to use like 2 or 3 onions on this. But I mean, I couldn't pass this up. I got this in a bag so I won't get like skins all over the place. But a 2 pound bag of yellow onions, 88 cents. I couldn't pass that up, you know. So I needed onions anyways. And then 1 clove garlic chopped. Well, I got garlic in here, so I'm just going to use like 1 or 2 things of pickled garlic from in here. I might go ahead and add like some jalapenos too to this recipe too. Kick it up a notch, as that Emerald Lagasse guy would say. 1 small cabbage. Okay. I'm doing a lot of stuff with cabbage lately. This is kind of small. I mean, I might do like half a cabbage or use the whole thing. I don't know yet. Okay. That's the smallest cabbage they had. So I had to go with that. So let's need 2 cans. 14.5 ounces each of low sodium diced tomatoes. I don't know how low sodium this was, but this is what they had. Sure, sometimes Surefine is very limited. And they had their choice tomatoes, petite diced with sweet onions. So I got that. I got 2 of those. See? And then it said 1 can 8 ounces of tomato sauce. This is what I had. Like I said, they're really limited. I mean, they didn't have much. The only tomato sauce they had was this. And this is more than 8 ounces. Like 29 ounces. So I'll probably have plenty of tomato sauce. 1/2 cup water. Well, 1/2 cup water, that's fine. 1 tablespoon sea salt. I got this Mediterranean sea salt fine from Ollie's. This giant thing was $2, or $1.99. And 1 teaspoon, 1 teaspoon ground black pepper, no problem. And like I said, I'll show you, I plan on doing a cooking video. And what's going to happen is I'm recharging my sister's battery from her camera right now, and now I should go through all the processes, and you'll know exactly how to make your Jason Callan's unstuffed cabbage rolls. I hope you like this video, and yeah, stay tuned for later tonight. I'll be doing it, and then I'll do a review on it. So I hope you enjoy this video, and stay tuned for more. Coming up a little later tonight. But I couldn't let this natural light go to waste. You know what I mean? So I wanted to show you exactly what you need, and then I'll start the cooking. All right. Then you add the hamburger and the onions, and like turn on the heat, and then proceed to break up the hamburger. Well, it looks like a lot of hamburger, don't it? Holy crap! They said 2 pounds. That's what it says on the thing. 1.5 to 2 pounds. So heat this up and cook it till it's no longer pink and the onions are soft. Alright, now I cook this till it's no longer pink inside and the hamburger is no longer pink and onions are tender. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drain it in a colander because it's making too much grease. It doesn't say that in the recipe, but I don't want my I don't want it to be too greasy. Alright. Okay, what I did was drain it. I'm going to add the jalapenos and garlic and let it cook another minute. Okay, I added them in. I'm going to turn the heat back on. Okay. I'm going to let it cook some more. So let it cook another minute. So I'm going to do, I'm going to mix it all up. Holy crap, this makes a lot. And then when that was done, you add the chopped cabbage. I didn't even use the whole cabbage. I used like half of it, right? Add the tomatoes, the petite diced tomatoes, and the tomato sauce. You know, and you add this half cup of water, salt and pepper, and what you do, make sure you stir it up. I stirred it up good. And then you turn on the heat's always been on, but I mean, turn it up till it comes to a boil, then cover it and let it cook for 20 to 30 minutes until the cabbage is tender. And whenever that's done, I'm going to make sure to make the rice, and I'll let this simmer a little bit more. But when this comes to a boil, because there's more juice and water in here, turn it down and let it cover it and let it simmer for 20-30 minutes. Wow, this makes a lot. I'm going to have leftover for like a month. I know it's just me here. Maggie won't eat this stuff. She's strictly a kiddie food girl. Alright. Alright, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn it down and let it simmer for 30 minutes. I covered it up. Wow, I can't believe how much this thing is full. I can't believe how much you made. Oh man, I hope it's good. Yeah, it's still cooking right now. I got it simmering. It was boiling. It makes a lot of liquid, so you don't have to worry about that. So, hope it's good. And while I'm sure it's done, I'm going to make the boil in the bag rice. All you got to do is use a saucepan, fill it up with some water, let it boil, then put the rice in, let it sit for 10 minutes, and then you're ready. Alright, and I'll put the rice at the bottom of the plate, and I'll be ready to review this dish. I hope it's good. And here's the rice I'm making. And this is in a saucepan I've had for, that's about as old as I am, we've had for forever. I still have it. Alright, so when that's done, I'll put a little bit in bottom of the plate, put some of the other stuff on top, and then do a review, and then whatever's left over, I'll just mix into that when I put it in a bowl for leftovers. Alright, see you there for the review of Jason Callan's stuffed cabbage rolls. Hope they're good. Hey everybody, and here's the finished product. Made a little bit of a mess. There's lots of juice in it too. And here's a good quick look of the rice is at the bottom. I use about half, and when I use go to put the rest away for leftovers, mix the rest of the rice. I only use one bag. I got one boiling bag left, but this looks really good. One other thing is the cooking times. I ended up having to cook it longer because it wasn't the rice. The cabbage wasn't soft enough. It was still very al dente or to the tooth. That's what they call it. But let's go ahead and try this out. Okay, you got everything in there. Okay, you got, it's still hot, steaming hot. You got rice, sauce, and cabbage. I don't know how much meat I got. Wow. That's absolutely delicious. It just made so much. I mean, you could make this into like a soup or something like that. It would definitely work. But I don't think the soup will be as rich and flavorful as this is. Really, this is really good. Fantastic. Like I said, when you're cooking this, when it gets up to 20-30 minutes when you're letting it simmer, definitely check the cabbage out because you might have to let it cook a little longer. That's one problem I had. Actually, the only problem. It is delicious. I give this a 10 out of 10. And on a side note, I was watching the Metal Channel on the Music Choice Metal Channel at 914. And as many of you know, I like metal. And I guess Venom has a new album called From the Very Depths, I think. That looks awesome. I'm going to have to check that out. So, this gets a 10 out of 10 for me for Jason Callan's. I almost said overstuffed. From Jason Callan's Unstuffed Cabbage Rolls. 10 out of 10 is fantastic. A good meal for your family. Like, I don't know. It all depends on where you go, you grocery shop. And this cost me, I think, maybe around $15 for everything. Or a little less. I didn't really add it up. But, I mean, usually it should cost you anywhere from between 13 to 20 bucks to make this. And it makes a lot. And it's a great deal and a great bargain. So. Until next time, bye please. Take care of my legion. Look how delicious that looks. Well, got my hand in a way. Try to get a closer look. See, look at it, still steaming. That's delicious. What's that chunk right there? Okay. Yeah, you might have to let it cook a little longer. But it's really good. Right, Maggie? Hey Maggie, wake up. Wake up. Hi, Maggie says hi. Maggie loves you all. Alright, bye everybody. Oh, Maggie. Maggie plays with a strap. Hey Maggie. Alright, good night everybody. Oh shit, Maggie.